By midsummer, most flower gardens start to look a little tired. The blooms get smaller, the stems get shorter, the colors that were vivid in June start to get washed out by August, and most people assume it's just the heat or the season winding down. It usually isn't. It's nutrition. Flowers are producing constantly, stems, blooms, new growth, and that production draws down the nutrients in your soil faster than most people realize. We grow over 5,000 flowers on 1 acre here at the Lost Acre, and our beds look like this all the way through July and August. Today I'm going to tell you what we feed them and why we chose it. Welcome back to the farm. This is part 1 of our farm system series. 3 videos covering how we actually keep 5,000 flowers alive and producing through a full season. This video is about nutrition and what we feed the plants and why. Part 2 covers the delivery system that automates everything, so we never mix fertilizer by hand. And part 3 is about the biological pest control, how we keep insects in check without chemical sprays. I'll link them all right here as they go live. But before I get into it, I want to let you know I have an affiliate link for the product I'm about to talk about in the description. If you buy through it using my discount code, I earn a small commission. It doesn't cost you anything extra. I wouldn't be telling you about this product if I hadn't been using it on this farm for 3 years. I found Neptune's harvest on my own, I paid for it, and I've been using it in our system ever since. The relationship came later. I reached out to them because I already recommended the product to everyone. If I can't put my name behind the product, it doesn't belong on this channel. Here's the thing about traditional fertilizing that most garden advice glosses over. When you mix a batch and water it in, the plant gets a rush of nutrients, then nothing until you do it again. If you're diligent, you might fertilize once a month or just a couple of times a season. That boom and bust cycle is actually harder on the plant than a constant low-level feeding. Think about it from the plant's perspective. It gets a surge of nutrients, drives a flush of growth, uses those nutrients up, and then slowly starves while it waits for the next application. The plant is constantly responding to inconsistency instead of just growing. For flowers specifically, where every stem counts, that inconsistency shows up in bloom size, stem length, and how the plant holds up through the heat of midsummer. Our zinnias and dahlias are heavy feeders. When they're nutrient stressed on top of heat stressed, the stems get shorter, the blooms get smaller. That's the tired look you see in August. When you inconsistently feed the plants, it channels energy into survival instead of production. You get fewer stems, smaller blooms, and a bed that looks exhausted by midsummer, even if the variety is capable of producing all the way to frost. If you've been hand fertilizing once a month or less and wondering why your beds fade by August, you're not doing it wrong. You're just doing it in the way everyone teaches you. There's a better way. We use Neptune's Harvest hydrolized fish fertilizer, specifically the 241 formula. And I wanted to explain what hydrolized means because it's the reason we chose this over other fish fertilizers. Most fish fertilizers are made through a heat process. The fish is cooked at high temperature to break it down. That works, but the heat destroys a significant portion of the amino acids, enzymes, and natural growth factors that make fish fertilizer valuable in the first place. You end up with a natural fertilizer that has an NPK number, but has lost a lot of what has made the raw material beneficial. Hydrolyzed means the fish is broken down through an enzymatic process instead of heat. The proteins are digested rather than cooked. Those amino acids, enzymes, and growth factors stay intact. The result is a fertilizer that is more immediately bioavailable and plants can absorb and use those compounds right away rather than waiting for the soil biology to further break down the heat processed material. If you use heat processed fish emulsion, the NPK numbers might look similar on the label, but the bioavailability is lower. Your plants have to wait longer for the soil to finish the breakdown that the heat process started. It still works, but it's slower, less efficient, and you're paying for compounds that were damaged before the bottle was sealed. The NPK ratio, 2% nitrogen, 4% phosphorus, 1% potassium, is lower nitrogen than most flower fertilizers you'll see recommended. And that is intentional. High nitrogen is what drives leafy vegetative growth. It's why you use it for lawns and why vegetable gardens need more of it early in the season. But for cut flowers, what we want is strong root development, productive blooms, long, strong stems, and a plant that channels its energy into flowers rather than foliage. The phosphorus forward 2-4-1 formula supports all of that. This is also why most fish fertilizer content online is aimed at vegetable gardeners and doesn't quite apply to flower growing. A tomato grower and a cut flower grower have different nutritional goals. The 2-4-1 formula is better aligned for what we're trying to produce. I tried other fish fertilizers before landing on Neptune's Harvest, and the first one had an application rate that made no sense. The math just didn't work for the volume of water we run through the system. We apply through our drip irrigation system using a fertilizer injector every time the irrigation system runs. The fertilizer goes with it. I'll cover that entire setup in part 2 of this series. For anyone hand applying, dilute at the rate on the label and apply at the base of the plant, not overhead. Neptune's Harvest is gentle enough that you can apply it at every watering without burning the plants at the recommended dilution. That's the constant low-level feeding principle in practice, even without an injector system. The second fish fertilizer I tried smelled so aggressive that I couldn't apply it while the farm was open, and visitors were walking through the farm and had to ask what the smell was. That's not a good look when you're trying to sell flowers. Neptune's Harvest has a mild enough odor that we apply it while people are on the farm and nobody notices. That sounds like a small thing. It's not a small thing. If the product isn't practical to use in your actual conditions, it doesn't matter how well it works on paper. 3 seasons of Neptune's Harvest on this farm. Here's what I can tell you. Our plants are consistently more vigorous than they were in our first season before we standardized on this fertilizer. The stems are longer, the blooms are larger, and more saturated in color. Our zinnias, dahlias, lisianthus varieties that are supposed to produce showy blooms, they're doing what they're supposed to do because they're not running out of fuel by midsummer. We're in zone 9B. Our summers are brutal. The plants hold up better through the heat because they're not nutrient stressed on top of heat stressed. If you're in a cooler zone, you've got even more headroom. The plants aren't fighting the heat and hunger at the same time. We haven't had a nutrient deficiency show up in these beds in 2 seasons. The yellowing leaves, pale blooms, and stunted growth, that's a signal of a hungry plant. Those belong in our first season when we weren't consistent. The beds on this program look amazing. One thing I haven't mentioned, Neptune's Harvest works well as a foliar feed too. We don't run it that way because our drip system handles delivery. But if you're hand applying and you want to give your plants a quick boost, dilute it further and spray it directly on the foliage early in the morning. The leaves absorb nutrients faster than the roots in the short term. It's not a replacement for root feeding, but it is a useful tool when you see the bed that is lagging. Mid-season fade is almost always a nutrition problem, not a heat problem. Boom and bust hand fertilizing is harder on the plant than consistent low-level feeding. Neptune's Harvest is what we use. Hydrolized means that beneficial compounds are intact rather than destroyed by heat. The 2-4-1 ratio is phosphorus forward, which is right for cut flower production. Apply consistently at every watering at the label dilution rate. 3 years on this farm, the beds show it. The affiliate link and discount code are right on top of the description. First thing you'll see it. It goes directly to Neptune Harvest, not to Amazon. Part 2 of the Farm System series covers the injector system that automates all of this. So every watering is a feeding, no mixing, no measuring. I'll link that right here when it's live. In the meantime, the Vase Life video that covers how to keep your cut flowers alive after you bring them inside, I'll put that there. I make these videos so you stop guessing and start understanding why things work. If that's been helping you, hit subscribe. There's a lot more coming. Drop a comment and tell me what you're currently using to feed your flowers and whether you're happy with the results. I read every single one. Until next time, live life in full bloom.